Hi guys, welcome to another stream. So today we're gonna be talking about another Brian Tracy book, and this is the book that I have for you guys today. Eat a Frog: 20 Great Ways to Stop Procrastinating and Get More Done in Less Time by Brian Tracy. All right, so we're gonna talk about this book today. Let me send something to the chat. Hey guys. Okay, so I have had highlight some of the pages here of what stood out the most to me. So I'm gonna be reading that to you guys, and then we're gonna be discussing about what I highlight, and also we're gonna be discussing a little bit about the book, and giving you guys examples of how it helped me, improve my life and achieve my goals. Okay, all right. So let's get started. This book is really great, guys. I really recommend this book. All right, let's stop. It says, to my remarkable daughter, Catherine, an amazing girl with a wonderful mind and an incredible future lying before her. Okay, so Brian Tracy pretty much dedicated this book to his daughter. That's really nice. All right, guys, so let's see. Develop the habits of yours, develop the habits of success. Your success in life and work will be determined by the kinds of habits that you develop over time. So, listen, guys, your success in life and work will be determined by the kinds of habits that you develop over time. The habit of setting priorities, overcoming procrastination, and getting on with your most important task is a mental and physical skill. As such, this habit is learnable through practice and repetition over and over again until it logs into your subconscious mind and becomes a permanent part of your behavior. Once it becomes a habit, it becomes both automatic and easy to do. All right, so what does this mean? So basically, the habits that you have right now will determine your success in life and work, you know, projects, whatever you're doing right now. So that's why, it's very important to, like learn and keep, good, healthy habits in your life, you know, because that will literally determine the life that you're going to have in the future. So if you develop good habits right now in the present moment, for example, habits of, eating healthy, going to the gym, like reading once 1 hour per day, or what else? Like those habits, it will literally, like determine how your life is gonna be in like 5 years from now. Like if you keep those habits, you will be healthier in the future. Of course, if you go to the gym, you'll be healthier. If you read, you become more intellectual. If all those things, so that's why, guys, stack up good habits, for yourself, and you know don't get comfortable. Keep learning every day and developing great habits. All right. All right. No shortcuts. Practice is a key to mastering any skill. Practice is a key to mastering any skill. Fortunately, your mind is like a muscle. It grows stronger and more capable with use. With practice, you can learn any behavior or develop any habit that you consider either desirable or necessary. All right, one more time. Practice is the key to mastering any skill. Guys, when you start doing something, it's really, hard. But I like this quote that says, it's not hard, it's just new. So, whatever thing that you start doing, like, I don't know, like maybe starting a new job or, learning something, it's going to be really hard at first. But once you do it like a few times, like 100 times, 10 times, it becomes easier and easier and easier. And eventually, you master the skill, and, you become a professional. You become an expert in that area with that technique, with that skill. So, if you're not good at something right now, it's okay. Like, I don't know, maybe you're learning sales, maybe, you're working at your job, serving, bartending, like those skills, because everything is a skill in life, and you might not be good right now, but with practice and repetition and doing it over and over again, you will eventually master the skill and you will become an expert. And once you become an expert, you know it opens more possibilities, more opportunities for you, and also it makes your life easier because now you have acquired knowledge of this type of skill because you put so many hours and now you master the skill. All right. So whatever you're doing right now, practice over and over again until you master. To become a master, you need to practice. All right. Okay, guys. Visualize yourself as you want to be. All improvements in your outer life begin with improvements on the inside in your mental pictures. All improvements in your outer life begin with improvements on the inside in your mental pictures. You have a virtually unlimited ability to learn and develop new skills, habits, and abilities. When you train yourself through repetition and practice to overcome procrastination and get your most important tasks completed quickly, you will move onto the fast track in your life and career and step on the accelerator of your potential. So all improvements in your outer life begin with improvements on the inside in your mental pictures. This is a very, very powerful one, guys. So before any improvements begins in your life, that you will have to do the work inside, because what you show on the outside is a reflection of what is going on in the inside. So so you need to, like, work on your internal, whatever is, whatever work you need to do, like, internally, for your life to improve on the outside. And I can give you an example, like, like, if you're going through a hard time, maybe, like, eh, and you're depressed, or you're, stressed, or you're not, like, sleeping well, things like that, it will show on your face. Like, you will start breaking out, you will start getting, like, eye bags, all those things, right? But if, you're working your internal, like, you're meditating, you're, I don't know, maybe taking walks, and, like, dealing with, the stress in a healthy way, rather than unhealthy way, like going to drinking or partying, avoiding that to get rid of your stress. you know if you're doing the healthy way by, going to the gym, eating healthy, reading, there's so many healthy ways to, to control and manage your stress. Then, sleeping well, then it will show on the outside. Like your face will, look clean, healthy, you know, and that's why, guys, it's very important to take care of your internal beliefs, take care of yourself spiritually, mentally, physically, and the rest will improve, and it will show. You can literally tell a person just by looking at them, like how their life is, you know, like if they're healthy or not, So very important to take care of yourself, guys. And first, you need to work in the inside. Okay. All right. Here is a great rule for success. Think on paper. All right. Step one: decide exactly what you want. So decide what goal do you want to achieve or accomplish. Step two: write it down. Think on paper. So we're gonna say that you're gonna write a goal that you have. So first, decide exactly what you want. All right, I wanna save about 5K for the end of the year. I wanna get the certification of real estate license. I wanna get, what goal should I say? I wanna sign up for this class and go to that class consistently. A goal. Think about a goal, guys. I want you guys to think about a goal that you have in mind. Could be anything. Start my own business, get this new certification that I need or that I want, um, get my license if you don't have a license yet. um, I'm not sure, just saying random goals. Okay, so step two: write it down on paper, guys. This is very powerful. When you write it down on paper instead of just having it in your head, actually, you putting it down, like you serious about it. So before, I used to write it. I used to have this, journal, and I will put, goals, and I will write it down, all my goals. Now I do it on my computer, but like before, everything will be paper. So, if you just starting to do it, write it on paper. Okay. So step three: set a deadline on your goal. Get sub deadlines if necessary. A goal or a decision without a deadline has no urgency. It has no real beginning or end. Okay. So this is very important. When you put goals, put 2026. I mean 2026. So you have a 1 year to accomplish your goal. You have 1 year to work on that specific goal that you just write it down. So at the end of the year, you're gonna be like, okay, let me cross this down because I completed. If you are, like maybe saving up for something big, then put it 2 years. Maybe, for example, you want to save up for a down payment of a house, then you need to put, goals 2026, 27. Save up 30K, 50K for a house down payment. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Then you will think about it, like I gotta work hard this year so I can accomplish my goal. Or like I have this year to really, accomplish my goal. So, very important to put a deadline on your goals. Okay. All right. Step four: make a list of everything you can think of that you're going to have to do to achieve your goal. As you think of new activities and add them to your list, keep building your list until it's complete. It at least gives you a visual picture of the largest tasks or objectives. All right. So step 4, make a list of everything you can think of that you are going to have to do achieve your goal. So for example, if you are going to, let's say your goal is to get real estate license this year, right? So everything that you need to do to achieve the goal. First, find out a good school near me for a real estate license. Step 2, go go in person and ask about, how much it costs. You know, so just little things like that, it will really like improve, your chances to actually, getting committed to that goal. So search up how to become a, like a real estate agent. Like, do a research of the goal that you want to achieve. Okay, how long does it take to become a life, to become a real estate agent? you know Read books, whatever, but everything that gets closer to your goal. Okay, so step 5, organize the list into a plan. Organize your list by priority and sequence. List all tasks in the order they need to be done. Take a few minutes to decide what do you need to do first and what you can do later. Okay, so let's use the, real estate agent example. So the first thing that you need to do is, figure out how much does it cost the course, because I believe it's like you gotta do 75 hours of, classes, and then take the state exam. So figure out how much does it cost. All right, now it costs $500,000. All right, now, do I have that $1,000? No. All right, let me save up each week so I can get $1,000 in a month. Or if you have, spare money, okay, now I have $1,000. Now let me figure out the schedule. I'm gonna be working and I'm gonna be attending to classes. How I'm gonna figure this out? You know, it's very self-explanatory, but sometimes people don't think about those things. But I got you. So that's what you need to do. Figure out, um, you know, figure out and make it a plan. Make it a plan, saying, okay, this month, next month, I need to sign up for the class, regardless of what's going on in my life. And then I will go 3 months, 4 months into the class, and then I will study. Then I will, pass the state exam, and then I will have the license. And then, start applying for jobs. Like, create a plan. Like, where do you see yourself in 5 months from now with the specific goal that you have? You know. Step 6: take action on your plan immediately. Do something, do anything. An average plan vigorously executed is far better than a brilliant plan on which nothing is done. All right? So, guys, take action on your plan immediately. Don't wait around. Don't wait until next year. Don't say, I'm going to do it and then don't end up doing it. Just, take action. Like, be serious about what you want to accomplish and what you want to do with your life and what goals you have and how soon can you execute them, because guys, time moves so fast that you blink and you'll be 26, 27, and you have done anything. Like, it happens. That's why, think about your life. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? If you're young, like freshly got out of high school, or going to college, think about those things. If you're, 22, 20-year old, I know, that age you not be thinking, those serious things that you should be thinking. You just bullshitting. Like 20, 22, 23, 24, you know, sometimes we are bullshitting. But you need to, think about, you know, where you're gonna be in the next 5 years. Like how much money you wanna make. Where do you see yourself at? You gotta do whatever it takes to become, successful. Because, with this economy, how things are right now, you need to like, you know, be smart about your decisions, your finances, and make it, make it. But you also, don't forget about to working internally. Okay, all right. So think. Step six: take action on your plan immediately. Okay, guys, don't wait around. Take action. Whatever plan you set your mind to it. You need to take action. Okay, step seven. Last step. Resolve to do something every single day that moves you toward your major goal. Build this activity into your daily schedule. You might decide to read a specific number of pages on a key subject. You may call on a specific number of prospects or customers. You may engage in a specific period of physical exercise. You may learn a certain number of new words in a foreign language. Whatever it is, you must never miss a day. Keep pushing forward. Once you start moving, keep moving, don't stop. This decision, this discipline alone, can dramatically increase your speed of goal accomplishment and boost your personal productivity. Guys, this book is amazing. If you're not inspired by that, I don't know what else to say. So, step seven: resolve to do something every single day that moves you toward your goal. So, every day that you wake up, you need to get one step closer to your dream. So, every day, I want you guys to wake up and do something that gets closer to your dream, up to your to your goals. And this could be like something simple, like just waking up every day and doing something for yourself, like going to the gym. That's getting closer to what? If you go every day to the gym, you're getting one step closer to what? To becoming the best version of yourself, to becoming stronger, healthier, leaner. So every day that you wake up, go to the gym, get you one step closer to your, maybe your, your dream body. Every day that you wake up and you read 10 pages of a subject is getting closer to you, maybe to your goal of getting that real estate license. Every day that you wake up and you make 10 calls to 10 prospects, you getting closer to what? To making your first sale. So whatever you do, guys, every day, do something that will get you closer to your goals. All right? All right. Let's keep reading. This book's amazing, guys. All right, we got to another passage. Rule: future intent influences and often determines present actions. The clearer you are about your future intentions, the greater influence the clarity will have on what you do in the moment. With a clear long term vision, you are much more capable of evaluating an activity in the present to ensure that it is consistent with where you truly want to end up. So the clearer you are about your future intentions, the clearer about your future goals, you will have more clarity in the present moment. And with a long-term vision, and with a consistent with being consistent in your work, it will take you where you want to end up. So you need to have, a clear, visions of why, why you want to be in the next 2 years. And if you work and be consistent, you end up exactly there. Okay. All right, guys. Never stop improving. This decision alone can change your life. Never stop improving. This decision alone can change your life. In short words, and a few words, never ever stop improving. Ever. Like you will never know everything. There's always room for improvement. So, whatever you know, you don't know it at all. There's always something new to learn every day. Like, you will never know at all. So, every day learn something new, like always try to learn something new, always be a student in life. Never think that you know everything. Always be a student in life, because you will never stop learning. You will think you know, and then you go one day to work and you will learn a new word, maybe a new skill, maybe a new way to do something. And always be open about it, be like, all right, how you do this, how can I do this. Be teachable, and always be open to learn something new. Be a student in life. Okay. All right. So, all right, well, I'm gonna read a few questions that I want you to guys, when you get this book, you know you will have to write right here, the answers. And I want you to be very honest with yourself and really, answer these questions truthfully. And, come back in a year or two, like, no, come back in a year and see, how are you doing, if your answers change or not. So, for example, the first answer, the first question, it says, what are the three most important business or career goals right now? What are the three most important business or career goals right now? I just put get out of debt. Get out of debt. Two, what are your three most important family or relationship goals right now? Find myself, become a better version of myself. Number three, what are your three most important financial goals right now? Pay debt, save up. What are your three most important personal and professional development goals right now? Says ask for a raise. What are your three most important social and community goals right now? Be kind to others. What are your three biggest problems or concerns in life right now? I only wrote two: debt and pay and bills to pay. That was my problems. So, and this is 2000. I read this book on January 26, 2023. Of course, my answers are different now because I have put the work to improve my life since then. But at that time, it was just get out of debt, pay the bills. Basically, I was struggling financially. Which is which is normal. You know, everybody goes through that at some point in your life, but you need to take the steps. To change that. All right. You must never forget that your ultimate goal is to live a long, happy, and healthy life. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Never forget that your ultimate goal is to live a long, happy, and healthy life. Yes, the goal might be to get money, get rich, become wealthy, but for what? To live a long, happy, and healthy life. So that's why I'm saying, never always have the money in your pocket, not in your head. Capi said that, by the way. He said, always keep your money in your pocket, not in your head. Don't let it go to your head. Like, because your ultimate goal is to live a long, happy, and healthy life. You know, whatever you work hard right now, like creating a business, making money, whatever you do, your ultimate goal should be to, to live a long, healthy, and happy life with your family, the people that you love. And to do this, like if you become better financially, you buy better food, you will have access to you know good doctors, and you would be able to afford other things that will you know take you, that will keep you to live a healthy life, like but the ultimate goal in life is to, I don't know, to me my ultimate goal is to make a lot of money, but also like to make a lot of money so I can be I can take care of my family, I can like be chill, travel, eat healthy, and be able to afford things. If I get sick, I can afford a doctor, especially here in the States, with everything that is so expensive. So, if, someone in my family is sick, I take care of it, So, but the ultimate goal, I think, you know, is to live long, have a happy and healthy life, because you don't want to be, have everything and have, you know, a family, maybe, like people that love you. So I say everything is a balance at this point, but you gotta do the work too. All right. Fully 80% of your happiness in life will come from happy relationships with other people, especially those closest to you, as well as the members of your family. The critical determinant of the quality of your relationships is the amount of time that you spend face to face with the people you love and who you love in return. The purpose of time management, of eating the frog and getting more done in less time, is to enable you to spend more face time with the people you care about, doing the things that give you the greatest amount of joy in life. Yes, guys. So let so look, guys, that 80% of your happiness in life will come from happy relationships with other people. So 80% of happiness comes from us being close to our family members, maybe romantic. I'm not maybe romantic partners, or generally the people that surround you and care and love you. 85% of your happiness will come from people. that you love, and they love you, and you have a and they are part of your life, friends. So the 15, what is the 15%? The other 15%, maybe it's materialistic things. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just being able to sometimes drive a nice car, drive a nice sport car, maybe travel. So I agree with this because, like, Tristan Tristan Tate said this that I never forget. He said, "You're richer right now in other ways. Like, yeah, I might be, a brokey right now in my 20s, but I do have my parents, my grandparents, and I, live with them. I might not have my own apartment, but I live with them, and I share moments that when I'm maybe 35 or like 30, and I have, this big apartment and all this money, and I will not have them. So, like, hopefully, all my family is still around when I make it. But like sometimes you think about it, like they might not, being realistic. So I always say this, I'm always grateful for, for the people that are I'm surrounded, and I really enjoy spending time with them. And I make the time to, you know, spend quality time with my family, because I know one day they won't be here, and that will be a very, very sad reality to face. Like, so, you know enjoy the process. Don't take things for granted. I know sometimes, when you are young, you don't really care about things like that. Sometimes your mom, your grandma is saying like, "Hey, mijo, ven a comer, like, and make some soup." You're like, "I'm not hungry," or like, "I'm gonna go eat out with my friends." Just leave the house. One day when they're not calling your name, you're gonna miss those days. Take time to spend time with your family, guys. And I'm being very serious right now. Even if I'm getting out of topic right now, I'm just trying to not take things for granted, because life can change in a blink of an eye. Like, some people that are here right now might not be there tomorrow or in the next 5 hours, because life really can change super fast. So you have an hour, 2 hours to talk to your grandma, your mother, about this random topic, or just chit chat. Do it, because these times are very important. One day you might have your own apartment, you might have your dream car, you might have all the money that you wanted. And if you don't have your parents, or you don't have good memories with them, then what is life? Like, really, what is life? Like, if 80% of your happiness come with from relationships with other people, then you're just gonna be like, I don't know, I'll be miserable, maybe. That's why you need to be self-aware, of how you act, of how you live your life, because you know sometimes you can be living a life that, you're being, probably you dealing with your problems, and you take it on someone else, and that's not a good way to live your life. That's why you need to take care of your internal, whatever is going on here. here, fix it. And you're the only one who can do that. So when you fix that and you at least control it, it affects how you treat other people. Like sometimes, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I was like stressed or like something was not going my way, and my family or my someone that lived my house would say something, I'll be like, I would like I would like answer them in a certain way, that was not nice. But once I started dealing with my problems internally, and I started taking control of what's going on here, you know if they ask me something, I would just be like, let me take a moment, and let me answer them in a nice way, because they don't, if whatever's going here with my life, it's my fault. Like, it's my responsibility. I'm not gonna take it out on someone. Like, that's so selfish. But we're humans and we do selfish things. But you need to sit down and be like, you need to stop with that shit and being real. So spend time with your a few words. Take care of you internally. Spend quality time with your mom, dad, sister, brothers, grandparents, and enjoy the process of becoming the best version of yourself, whether it's financially, physically, spiritually. We will get there, but also let's enjoy the journey. Okay? All right? All right, all right. We almost half of the book. Let me see what else. All right. Financial independence is achieved by saving a little money every single month, year after year. Health and fitness are accomplished by just eating a little less and exercising a little more, day after day and after month after month. You can overcome procrastination and accomplish extraordinary things by taking just the first step, getting started your goal, and then taking one step, one oil barrel at a time. So, like, health and fitness are accomplished by just eating a little less and exercising a little more, day after day and month after month. So it's the same thing with your goals. Work work a little more every day on your goals, and eventually you will get to the finish line. Like, whatever goal you have, guys, work it every day. Study, get closer to your goals, and you will end up there. I promise you guys. Like, I'm not sure, but like, you need to have goals. You need to write down your goals of what you want to do in life and work them every day. Because without goals, we're just living in a loop. Like, we're just living life, just existing. But when you have goals, you wake up. Let me get this thing done today. Let me go find this. Let me go search up this. Like, it gives life a meaning. Personal development. That's the best thing you can do for yourself. The more knowledge you have, the more things you know, your life becomes easier, guys. Gives you more flexibility in life. All right. So have goals. Write down your goals and stop working on them. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, guys. This is good questions. Number first question. First question. We're gonna do some questions now. Identify your most important goal in life today. What is it? What one goal, if you achieve it, it will have the greatest positive effect on your life? What one career accomplishment will you have the greatest positive impact on your life? Determine the one Determine the one constraint, internal or external, that sees the speed at which you accomplish this goal, ask, why haven't I reached it already? What is it me that is holding me back? Whatever you answer, take action immediately. Do something. Do anything but get started. All right, I'm kind of getting out of topic here, so we're just gonna skip down. But guys, when you get this book, please, you gotta read it. You gotta read it, and like answer all these questions on your own for sure. All right. So we are in chapter 14. Motivate yourself into action. Most of your emotions, positive or negative, are determined by how you talk to yourself on a minute to minute basis. It is not what happens to you, but the way you interpret the things that are happening to you that determines how you feel. Your version of events largely determines whether these events motivate or demotivate you, whether they energize or they de-energize you. To keep yourself motivated, you must resolve to become a complete optimist. You must decide to respond positively to the words, actions, and reactions of the people and situations around you. You must refuse to let the unavoidable difficulties and setbacks of life or of daily life affect your mood or emotions. This is a tough one, guys, because I don't know if becoming like an optimist is a habit or is, I don't know, like personality trait. Because sometimes when I talk to people, and I'm a very optimistic person, and I have learned to become an optimist, because there's always something to learn in any situation that you go in life. And I think if you never give up, there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And I don't really get stuck too much in the bad situation. I always look in the positive side, or say that things will get better, even if things are going shit, like if things are going the worst. I always say to myself, it's gonna get better eventually. Like one day it's not gonna be like this anymore. So so when you talk to yourself, talk about like about positive things, like if you see yourself in the mirror, like, be I'm the best. Like this might sound weird, maybe cliches sometimes, but like the way that you talk to yourself, it will probably affect you how you see yourself. If you see yourself as a a positive person, if you treat yourself good, then you'll be good. That's why it's important to work on yourself and do the work internally. I'm coming again with these things internally, like the way that you talk about yourself, the way you see yourself, and the way that you take care of yourself. This is how you're gonna feel. Like if you don't treat yourself good, then you're not gonna feel good. And how you do, what do you do to make yourself feel good? All right, what I'm gonna tell you is what I do myself to feel myself good. uh well, I go to the gym. That's like therapy, taking care of my body. I eat healthy 90% of the time. Not gonna lie, sometimes I give myself a treatment. I Today I ate Chick-fil-A. That was good. But most of the time, I'm taking care of myself, doing something for myself. Like could be easier, like getting a fresh, getting a haircut, um, like taking care of your body, and keeping a clean appearance every time, smelling good. that you're doing things for yourself to make yourself feel good. So this is this is this is these things are very superficial, but this play a very play importance of how you feel. Like when you buy new shoes, how do you feel? You feel great, right? Don't you? That's why you gotta treat yourself good. Take yourself out. Get a pair of new shoes. Get a new haircut. Talk positively about yourself. I'm a good person. I'm a hardworking person. I deserve to have this. I'm gonna have this. Never ever talk bad about yourself, guys. Always, talk good about yourself. Like do something for yourself. This is very important. You gotta do something for yourself. Sometimes we're doing things for other people to make them happy, but what are you doing for you to be happy? So always, talk positive things about yourself, guys. Don't be negative. Don't be like I'm lazy, I'm a piece of shit, like I'm fat. All right, fine. I'm all of that, but I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna get my ass to the gym. I'm gonna start eating healthy, drinking more water. I'm gonna start taking care of myself, and you'll see how that shift in your brain changes. Because at the end of the day, we're not perfect. Maybe you don't like yourself, and that's fine. But what can you do to start liking yourself? What can you do to change that? And there's always a solution. You always can improve. You always can start looking better, dressing better, eating better, feeling better. You just gotta do the work, and that is all on you. Nobody else can do that for you. All right. As Viktor Frank wrote in his best-selling book Man's Search for Meaning, the last of the human freedom is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. The last of the human freedom is to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances. Refuse to complain about your problems. Keep them to yourself. As a speaker humorist Ed Foreman says, you should never share your problems with others because 80% of people don't care about them anyway, and the other 20% are kind of glad that you have got them in the first place. Never complain, never explain by Brian Tracy. I remember that every time. Never complain, never explain. I'm not saying that your problems don't matter. I'm just saying like that's the problems are yours. Keep them to yourself privately. You don't have to imagine, you being a complainer. Like I think complainers are just like, I don't know. I could be wrong here, but like I'm just gonna say how I feel. Like what are you complaining about? Especially as being a man. Why are you complaining? You're tired, you're tired, who cares? Keep working. You're gonna, end your shift, you're gonna go home. Because a lot of people don't care. They don't care how you're feeling. They don't care if you're tired, they just care that you get that things done. So never complain, never explain. I'm not saying that you're not allowed to have emotions or like you know but just sometimes it's better to keep things to yourself, because like a lot of people, like most of the people, they don't care about how are you feeling. So Never complain, never explain. Last time I said that. Keep your mind positive by accepting complete responsibility for yourself and for everything that happens to you. Refuse to criticize others, complain, and blame others for anything. Resolve to make progress rather than excuses. Keep your thoughts and your energy focused on forward and what you can do right now to improve your life and let the rest go. Keep your mind positive by accepting complete responsibility for yourself and for everything that happens to you. Refuse to criticize others, complain, and blame others for anything. Resolve to make progress rather than excuses. Keep your thoughts and your energy focused forward. And what can you do right now to improve your life and let the rest go? Keep your keep like I said guys, one more time. Keep a positive mindset and take full responsibility of your own problems. Like whatever you're going on right now is your responsibility. It's not your mom, it's not your dad, it's not your girlfriend, it's yours. You are in the place that you are right now because of the choices that you have made in the past. And if you want a better future, you need to start taking better choices right now in the present moment so you can have a better future. So don't complain, just take responsibility of your life and change that. Take control of your life, guys. I'm not sure what you're going on right now, but I'm sure you're going through something because everybody's going through something. But don't be complaining. It's my mom's fault. It's my dad's fault. I have traumas. Like, okay, but now it's your responsibility to change your life and become the best version of yourself and to, improve your life and get a better life for yourself. We're getting to the end of this book, guys. Oops. I think I don't have any. Okay, I do. Self discipline is the key. Self discipline as the ability to make yourself do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. And that's the last statement of this book. Self discipline as the ability to make yourself do what you should do when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Guys, you need to be disciplined. Motivation is only take you, it's not going to take you so far. You need to be disciplined. Like, I'm just going to give you the example of the gym because that's how I can relate to, whether it's whether I'm feeling tired or sometimes I'm feeling lazy, because I have those days too, but I take my ass to the gym because that's a task that that's a goal that I have to one day have a six pack, have a good physique, be healthy, to live longer. So be disciplined about your goals and do them whether you feel tired or not. Sometimes you might not feel like filming, sometimes you might not feel like editing, or sometimes you may not feel about writing a paper, whatever you're doing, but you need to do it anyways because it's getting one step closer to your goals. So, guys, become self-disciplined in your life. Don't be complaining. Instead, take responsibility for your choices, and take the time to change your life. These talks are for, for people that want to change their life, because I know there are a lot of people out there that might be, going through a lot of things right now, whether it's emotionally, financially, and they might not talk about it. They might think the life is over. They might be working a job that they don't like, but they say like, okay, this is my life. That's, yeah, it's your life, but it doesn't have to be that way until you die. Hell no. You can change it, but all it takes, like, um, is taking control of your life, like, of your situation. Oh, like, take control of your life. Like, I want you guys to live the best life ever. I want you to live a very meaningful life. That's what I want, and that's what I'm trying to do too. Like, I'm still working, myself every day, spiritually, financially, physically. I have goals, and you can do that too. So if you made it to the end, and if you're watching this at any point in your life, let me tell you that your life can change, but you need to take responsibility for the choices that you have made and for what is your life right now, and not complain, not point at anybody and say that's your fault, that's your fault. No, you are where you are right now because of the choices that you have made, and that's fine. We're not perfect. We make mistakes, we make bad choices, financially, spiritually. We make bad choices, or we do actions that it leads us to making the bad decisions in life. But doesn't have to be that way forever. You can change it. You can improve your life. You can change your life. But that begins by, taking responsibility for your life, how it is, and not blame anybody, and start doing the work. So thank you guys for watching this stream, and leave a comment, please. Um, Leave a comment. Give me feedback. I want to know, guys, what you think about, these book reviews. I've been doing two so far, but like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys on next week. I'm here every Tuesday reviewing a new book, and, you know, join me. We can, if you have questions, you have a different point of view, we can always talk about it, and, like, have a conversation. All right, guys, I'm signing off. Till next Tuesday, have a great night. Peace.